Hey everybody, Rob Cootie here. Today is Monday, January 18th, and it's currently 10:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you know, each and every day, Monday through Friday, we go live. We stream live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. If you will, please let others know about our podcast. All you have to do is use hashtag TheMLM-Solution, hashtag TheMLM-Solution. Share our information with our fellow network marketers all across the globe. You know what? They have a right to this same information. It could change their life. So let's all be a part of that chain, that positive chain of events by sharing our information with our fellow network marketers across the globe. Once again, you can do that. Hashtag the MLM solution. Today's subject is going to be a good one. Third-party validation. Guys, that can play a pivotal role in the growth of your business. If you don't know what we're referring to, if you don't know how to use it, if you don't know how to get it, join us today, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live as we discuss this all-important matter. I'm going to hop off of here. I'll see you in a moment.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Good morning, Miss Marie. How are you today?
Well, happy Monday morning to you, Rob. I am doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. For a Monday, I can't complain. So I got to see snow yesterday on a couple of occasions, which was always a good thing. It made me smile. I love snow, but it wouldn't stick. It wouldn't stick. Did you guys get any snow?
Nope, have not had any snow. Don't really have any snow in the forecast. We have been snowless. It's sad. I've been looking for it, and we're not getting it.
Utah, of all places.
Yep.
I can't imagine
the place where we want the snow, nobody's getting it. I was seeing posts from friends down in Texas last week about getting all sorts of snow down there. And I was like, hey, no, send it my way.
It is amazing how the tide has turned regarding weather. Simply amazing. I can remember we were talking about today as a kid, how much snow we used to get here on a regular basis. And I'm sure the same could be said true for a lot of parts of the United States. And it's all upside down now. It's all crazy. So
well, it has to deal with weather patterns, right? Like I was seeing a meteorological, that's a big word, map maybe a week or so ago when they were kind of predicting how the polar vortex was going to run this winter, meaning where that cold air line is going to drop down into the United States, how far south it's going to go, how far east versus west it's going to be. And they had it dropping pretty far south for quite a while.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was all happening east of here. So
exactly. I know what you're talking about.
On the bright side, we don't get that bone chilling cold, but we're not getting the snow either, unfortunately.
Right. Well, maybe for both of us, it'll happen before the end of the year. I'd like to get some kind of snow. You know?
Hey, winter's still young. We got a few months to go yet here, so there's still hope. Don't worry.
That's right. I agree. Okay, with that being said, we have an interesting topic today. And let me get it up on the screen. I'm going to run a little bit. Today's Monday. I can feel it. Excuse me. Third-party validation. We're going to be talking about a very important part, an intangible part, and an unseen part of your success. And you might say, well, what do you mean by that, Rob? Well, anytime somebody can edify you, anytime somebody can endorse you, endorse your business building system, endorse your business building activity, your knowledge level, the industry, your ability. I'll tell you, one of the greatest assets you can have in this business is a reputation saying Rob or Marie, either one of us, develop leaders, because you will have people flocking to you because they know what that means. That means that you have a unique ability to take someone new and help them and massage them to the point where they become an outstanding leader in this industry, meaning they're making money, they're successful, and people will flock to you when you get that kind of reputation. And if you use our system, I'll be honest with you, all you got to do is add your work ethic, your commitment, and you're on your way to having that kind of reputation, because the system will develop the volume that you get paid on. There's no doubt about it. You just follow the simple formula that we have in our system and you're on your way. Okay. From that point on, the hardest part comes with you dealing with people. We've talked about that. You can go back, hunt up our episodes. Any of our episodes that has anything to do with leaders, identifying, working with leaders, getting people started correctly. Any of those episodes are going to be an insight into what it takes to be an effective leader in this business building environment. Now, that being said, third-party validation, what do we mean? Look, if you have your peers saying, you know what, Rob's really good, Marie's really good, they know what they're doing, they develop leaders, they know how to create volume, whatever the case may be, if you're getting third-party validation from your peers, once again, as long as it's public knowledge where the other people can hear it, that is a powerful thing. That is more powerful than anything, especially if it's unsolicited. A lot of times when people get on stage, Miss Marine, it kind of makes me cringe. I really don't want people to validate me on stage, and I ask that they not do that because you don't. When you're in the audience, you know that people say things that are not always that they may not believe when they're on stage because they're on the spot. They have to say something positive. So if you got any common sense about you at all, you're going to say to yourself, I wonder if that's really a sincere insight or a sincere endorsement. Okay. And it's just natural. It's not being mean. It's not being negative. It's just that you should question things. Doesn't mean that you're right. Doesn't mean that you're being mean. You should use your mind and say, hey, I wonder if that's totally true. But if you got people that are out and about and they say, oh, yeah, I've worked with Marie before, man, and she's fantastic, this and that, totally unsolicited, just a normal conversation, her name comes up and she gets an endorsement. Guys, that's third-party validation that Marie knows what she's doing, and they're saying, wow, she's really good, she's fantastic. That is something that can cause a huge explosion in your business. Now, if it's in private, like example I just gave you, your downline doesn't hear it. But believe me, if you are doing the right things and you're building a business quickly, it's just a matter of time before the word gets out in your downline what an awesome leader you are and how good you are at making this business go. And that is powerful. Right, Miss Marie?
Well, it absolutely is. And I want to back up for just a moment here because you threw out one of those network marketing terms that I know when I first came into the industry, I was like, what the heck are they talking about? And that is edification. When we're talking about edification, basically what it is you are informing your listener, potentially your prospect or whoever you're talking to, about the qualifications, what makes this other person you're going to introduce them to worth listening to, what their background is, what their experience is, how they know, in this case, how to run the business. You're edifying that person, meaning you're filling in your listener on their qualifications as to what they've done to build the success in their business and why you should be listening to them. And edification really comes into play, especially in prospecting. And we've talked about this on a previous episode. We touched on it when we talked about three-way calls, because oftentimes, you get into a network marketing model and they're always like, oh, introduce it to your friends and family. Well, you may have a friend, family member who's a successful business person, and you want to introduce them to this opportunity that you think is great, but your background is a checkout clerk at a retail store, right? And this other successful business person you want to present it to. Well, why would they listen to you, right? You're brand new to the business. You don't have a background in that. So what you're going to do in that three-way call is connect them with someone who's experienced in the industry, understands the business model, the opportunity, and can present it well to your prospect. So what you do is you edify that individual as you're introducing them, so your prospect understands why they should listen to this person who's now going to talk to them about the opportunity. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, I felt like I talked in a little bit of a circle there, but it seriously, I mean, early on, I remember I used to hear that term all the time, and I kind of figured it out from the context, but it's just like, I wish somebody would just explain that one to me.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of terms. That's the reason why we came up. I don't know if we have an image of it. That's the reason why we came up with the dictionary. To help people with these kind of terms. Guys, there's a lot of times you're going to hear things like Miss Marie just mentioned. You're going to run into things that you're going to say, what in the world did they mean by that? What does that term mean? And there is not a dictionary out there. I'll look real quick while I'm talking to you to see if we have that image. But here's the thing. When you have certain terms that come up, like edification, that is imperative that you know what that means, because you want that to happen to you, because that is third-party validation, right, Miss Marie? When you have somebody edifying you, you're like, okay, that's cool, that's awesome, and that validation can come in the edification process. Meaning, if I'm up here, if Miss Marie and I are in the same company, and but we're not in the same organization, and somebody comes up and says, hey, Rob, I just joined, say somebody we meet at the event, and we know each other from past networking experiences, and they say, hey, Rob, blah, blah, blah. And we get to talking, and they might say, well, yeah, I'm in Marie Cannon's organization. Have you heard of her? And oh, yeah, absolutely, man. You couldn't get a better leader. She really knows what she's doing. She's committed to the business. She knows the steps that are necessary. And more importantly, she knows how to work with leaders. And man, if you apply your effort, you are with somebody that can help you do something special in this business. Now that is edifying Miss Marie in an honest way, in private, not for show. Okay, it's all for go, meaning that, hey, I'm being sincere and getting a third-party endorsement when she's not around and when no one else is around. That's about as honest as you can be. Now, that third-party validation go a long way, because that good news could spread fast. When I tell this individual at this event that Marie is a top-notch leader and capable of helping other people achieve great things in this business model, guess what? What do you think they're going to tell other people? What do you think they're going to tell other people when they're sponsoring them? The exact same thing. They're going to say, look, I'm working with somebody that really knows how to make this business go. Guys, the goodwill starts to spread. That third-party validation, that goodwill starts to go out there, and it can have a positive impact, okay? And they can say, yeah, I talked to Rob Cootie at this event, and we were in, say Salt Lake City, and here's Rob's reputation, but he's known Marie for 20-something years, and man, he had nothing but glowing things to say about that. Really made me feel good. It really solidified my commitment to Marie, because I really didn't know much about her, but once I ran into Rob and he filled me in on what a great leader she is, and she really knows how to make people successful. Because Miss Marie, that's what a leader does. They understand the business model and they help people become successful. You don't do it for them. You do all the things that we've talked about in our episodes, but that's what a leader does. Develop other leaders. It's duplication. So anyway, that third party goes a huge way in so many directions. And if Miss Marie holds a local event or a regional event, as she gets bigger and bigger and bigger, guess what? Those goodwill things that she does for her people, like when she brings some of her leaders across the stage where she's going to recognize them for their new bump up in pay or their new pin level, or maybe she's going to give them a free 3-day weekend with their spouse, whatever. She's going to bring them up on stage. She knows that she has to recognize and endorse success. Okay. And so anyway, the point is that even down to the lowest level, but the thing is that she is what? She's doing positive things. What do you think's happening in the audience? People getting out there and they're saying, man, look this, I got a 3-day weekend to Cozumel. I don't know if she would do that, but you get my point. You know, and look, I got a 3-day cruise. Guys, the goodwill that comes out of that, they're out on the floor while she's up on stage. And then when these people eventually make their way up on stage, she invites them up, you know, to recognize them. What are they going to do? They're going to have enthusiastic endorsements of her because of all the small positive things that she has done. And once again, she's not soliciting those. She's getting them because she gave of herself to someone else in a positive manner. And Miss Marie, it's the law of attraction. And as you know, I have mixed emotions about all this self-help stuff. But here's the thing. Typically, when you give freely to other people, they almost feel compelled to give back because they realize they got a free gift that was awesome. And I don't mean the dinner. I don't mean the trip. I mean, you cared about them. You went out of your way and reached in your pocket and bought them a 3-day weekend trip somewhere. You paid for a top-notch meal, you know, maybe $200-300 meal, you know, with a gift card or something to recognize their accomplishments. And they're totally blown away by that. So when they do get a chance to speak, they are going to say, man, I'm going to tell you something. Not only is it great working with her, but you know what? She reached out. She didn't have to do it, but she gave us this awesome 3-day weekend. She could have just got us a hotel in our local area, but no, she didn't do that. She sent us to, you know, Gulf Shores, Alabama for a 3-day weekend or wherever. And the thing is that I was so flattered by that. Nobody's done that for me. When they do that on stage, once again, guys, third-party validation. And Miss Marie, it is so huge. I cannot tell you the impact this can have on your business. I've seen it happen over and over. Miss Marie, this is the reason why they have these events. Not for the third-party validation, but for all the positive energy it creates. The recognition of the pin rank advancement, the recognition of new pay grades, the recognition of new people coming on board. They do all of that so that other people in the audience can see there are other people just like them, and people are actually accomplishing things. So when you get an endorsement from that, Miss Marie, man, as a leader, you can't get it. You can't get any better. How would you say gasoline on the fire than that?
Well, yeah, and actually, you know, those events are in my mind a good example of the third-party validation. We don't necessarily think about it in terms of that terminology specifically, but when you're talking about the importance of getting people to events, especially your new people, so they can experience what it's about, learn more about the company, the business system, the business process that you're using, get acquainted with some of the people, and being able to hear those stories. That's really that third-party validation, right? Because all the other people that are engaged in that network marketing business, experiencing success, all started pretty much from the same place that your team member did, right? That you bring to the event. They may be there for the first time. They may not have signed up their first partner yet. They may not have made their first product sale. They may not have even received their first auto ship yet, depending on the timing. And it's all new to them. But to be able to see different individuals with different backgrounds, different levels of experience, and the success that they're having, that solidifies in their mind that it's like, yes, I made the right decision. Yes, this business model works. Yes, this company, you know, is producing success. It is paying out to people. People are advancing. So that is absolutely third-party validation, even though it's not necessarily labeled as such at those events. It's always, it's very much taking place.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what else, Miss Marie? The third-party validation, guys, also applies to the business building system, because if Miss Marie can't do it on her own, Miss Marie has to have a system that's efficient, effective, and producing results. Okay. And when you have a system that's efficient and effective, you got to realize each one of those words are independent of each other, but they must work together: efficient, effective, and profitable. Okay. And productive. But here's the thing: efficient means that it works quickly. It creates speed and urgency. There's no roadblocks. Everything is out there laid open. It's simple. It's easy. And even the most basic person, and what I mean basic, I mean they have no knowledge of network marketing whatsoever, can learn the business building system within a day or two. And that helps create the speed and urgency. Effective, it's effective when it's taking new people and getting their first check and then helping them to move on from that first check. That is an effective business building system. Not that they get up to $1,000 a month. Okay, that's not an effective business building system. It is, but it's not. An effective business building system takes a new person, gets them trained as quickly as possible, gets them going as quickly as possible, and then gets them on track to get their first check as quick as possible. That is an effective business building system, because now the system's been validated by that first check. That person knows it works. They're learning the ropes, but yet even though they know they're making a few mistakes, they still made a check. That is an effective business building system. And if it's quick and it's easy for that person to do, guess what? They have a real possibility of creating speed and urgency, which is essential in you getting up the ladder, the income ladder, and the pin rank advancement. Okay. And you want to do all this as soon as possible. As we've told you many times, you don't want to be a grinder. Now, I'm not going to get into that. But the point is that when you have people endorsing the business building system, they've already endorsed Miss Marie. Now, if they're saying, man, she's teaching a system that is so simple and it is powerful. Man, I came in this thing last November and I'm already knocking on the door of being a sapphire. Okay. In another probably 6 weeks, I'll probably be a sapphire. And at that level, I make this much. And you can't get a better endorsement. Man, my check, I got my first check. I joined in November. I got my first check in December. It was $15.88. But you know what? This month, I'm going to get a check for $700 and something. Okay, I'm on my way. I'm not putting as much hours into it as I'd like, but it's working. Guys, that is third-party validation. Even though it's coming from your own downline, what is it doing? It's not only edifying Miss Marie because she's teaching them the right system, but it's edifying the system. You have two positive, extremely powerful things happening there. And Miss Marie never had to open her mouth, never had to endorse herself, never had to promote herself. All she's got to do is be the professional she needs to be and reach out and help people, guide them, and find out how much help they want, meet them at that level, be there when they need her. And she's just got to teach them the 5 simple steps and make sure they stay focused on that. Okay. And then address any problems that may pop up. She looks at her back office. I mean, that's all she's got to do. Okay. It's almost on autopilot. Now I'm making it sound easy and simple, but I'm trying to simplify because we're trying to do this in 30 minutes or less. Okay. But we have other episodes that we've talked about that are 45, 55 minutes long that go in greater detail about this type of stuff. But Miss Marie, am I not correct that if you get third-party validation for not only yourself, but that business building system, you got a double shot of, how would I say, I was going to say adrenaline, but I don't think a double shot is something, go juice. I'll just say that. I mean, you cannot imagine, guys, the power of that. It is absolutely amazing. There's nothing Miss Marie or I could do or say that is more powerful than what you see right there. And that is no joke. Miss Marie, have you ever run into somebody that you really liked when you first met them, but then as time went along, you ran into other people that knew them and everybody had glowing things to say about the person and your respect level went up and that person never did disappoint you? They were what everybody said they were?
Well, absolutely. And the part of the key there too is you can have an opinion about someone, but then if there's someone else who you respect, who also has a high opinion of that individual, or business process, business system, network marketing company, whatever it may be. That just raises the bar a little bit more. That's why you see third-party validation everywhere. I don't know if you've purchased a book lately, but I love books. And you can't get a book anymore that isn't like pages thick of third-party validation at the front of the book. You know, usually you have the front cover, you flip it over, and on the back there's a couple quotes from like famous authors. It's people you probably already know and respect or have some link to the field that you're reading about. But then when you open up the book, there's like pages and pages of quotations saying, oh, the book is good for this, and I love the book because of that, and listen to this author because, you know, and it's amazing how much more that is being used because it's becoming more important. It's a form of social proof, right? Which I think with the onset of social media and just the connectedness of everyone now has risen in terms of value for people. So third-party validation, whether it's blatantly third-party validation or it's just kind of one of those subtle recommendations or a comment that's made offhand, don't underestimate the value of it.
No, absolutely not. And you know, guys, here's the thing. Don't go out seeking third-party validation. Just go out and do your job. If you do the things we teach you, if you stick with the 5 simple steps, just keep it that simple. You do the system, you endorse the system. And if you use our members area, you're going to have an autopilot system. I mean, that's all there is to it. You get a new person, you say, hey, look, now I would do the training. I would do the initial training myself. I'm hands-on. There's something about me. I want to make sure they get off on the right step. I don't want to put it in their hands because they may get sidetracked. They may misunderstand something. I want to be there on the phone with them in case they have a question. Rob, what does this mean? Rob, why am I doing this? I mean, that would kind of bother me that they had that many questions. But guess what? If they're new to this industry, they don't understand it, and they've heard bad things about it, I would be silly to think that they would not have some apprehension. So I'm going to be patient with them, and I'm going to say, hey, look, and here's what this means, and this is what happens here, and start answering some of those questions. But I'm going to get them right back on track to the training because I'm not there to be Mr. Answer Man. Although I will address their legitimate concerns, because their confidence level is not going to be up there, Miss Marie, if I don't answer some basic questions that they have about the business. Right? Some people join out of emotion, and then reality sinks in, and all of these questions start popping up. And that's normal, guys. All right. And I guess, Miss Marie, we ought to do that. We've talked about how to handle people's objections, but Miss Marie, I know I've had it. Maybe you have too, where I get somebody signed up. I'm excited about them. On the surface, they look really good and everything. And the next thing you know, you do your follow up, and they're full of 1,001 questions. And sometimes they're not even product centered. They're not company centered. They're like, well, I heard that this business model is this, and this. I've heard so-and-so lost a lot of money. I heard that people had to fill their garages. Guys, these are legitimate questions, and you get them a lot, don't you, Miss Marie? And I guess we ought to address that and let people know how to handle those situations. We haven't done that.
No, I don't think we have. That sounds like a topic for another good episode.
I agree. One, they should know because they're going to get those questions, aren't they? You've had them many times, I'm sure.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you thought, oh man, this person's sharp. They're ready to go. All I got to do is call them up, sign them up, train them, and we're ready. And then you get on there, and next thing you know, you're like being bombarded. You're like, whoa. You have to put on your Superwoman outfit to deflect all the wait. And but that's part of the business. That happens sometimes. But anyway, the thing is, guys, is that you want to make sure that when you're going out and making this business happen, that you're just doing your part. The third-party validation, I promise you, will come, and it will be powerful. Don't go out there seeking it. I'm telling you, don't do it. Just go out there, be yourself, be honest, and help people. You'll be amazed how that will come back at you in multiples, and you'll be totally amazed. Miss Marie, when this stuff happened to me, and I've never been the one. I don't like the spotlight. I don't like awards and stuff. And I'm not trying to be too humble. That's not it. It just makes me feel awkward. Okay. And I'd just rather not go through it. If somebody just pats me on the back and says, hey, you did a great job, then I'm totally happy. I'm tickled pink. But the thing is that because then I feel like it's sincere. When you get an award, sometimes people say things when they're given an award that's not totally accurate or always true. I remember when I was in the military and got a few awards. I know the person giving me the award couldn't stand my guts, and here they were, they're talking glowingly about me, and I'm like, this dude's full of shit. He can't stand me, and he's sitting up here putting on a show.
Well, I can actually go you one better on that, Rob. I come out of the information technology background.
Yeah.
So the only time I got any type of feedback was when things were going wrong, right? When things are going right and you're doing a good job, it's like to hear the crickets chirping and not hear anything from anyone. That's good for me. Oh
my gosh, that's good. That's funny. And I can totally relate, man. And I would rather them not say anything to say something than to say something false, right?
Well, sure.
Yeah. And so anyway, guys, the award ended up meaning nothing to me because I understood where it came from. It wasn't from the heart. It was because it was something they had to do. Well, what kind of award is that, right? So third-party validation in network marketing can be more times than not. I'm going to say probably 85% of the time, maybe even more than that, is usually going to be sincere because number one, you're working with a lot of great people. As Miss Marie has said many times, the people that you meet in network marketing are absolutely amazing. It doesn't mean they're perfect. It means that there's a lot of, like things attract like things. Okay. In other words, butterflies attract other butterflies. Okay. Birds, robins attract other robins. Okay. The point is that you hang out with people that have similar traits to you, similar interests, similar characteristics, which makes for a good time and a good atmosphere. And typically when you get an endorsement from people in that group, more times than not, it's going to be very sincere. Why? Because you gave of your knowledge and your time to help them succeed. Okay, very seldom. Every once in a while you got a bad apple in there, and or sour apple. But you know what? That's life. That doesn't bother me. Sometimes people say things in the heat of the moment. I try to work around it. Like I tell you guys, I say to myself, okay, that was their one strike. And if they come out and they do it again, then I know, okay, now there's a problem. Okay. But more times than not, Miss Marie, I will be honest with you. I probably could count on one hand at how many people I ran into like that. Most of the people there have just been fantastic. And, my reputation grew, Miss Marie, because I was so focused on helping other people. Because I knew the key to my success was what? Identify and work with leaders. Okay. And now you'll have some negative nannies every once in a while. I'll say this, and then I can tell you want to say something. Guys, you're going to have some negative nannies because, look, 1/3 is going to do it now and another third is going to do it later. Well, your second third sometimes gets jealous of the first third because you're spending so much time with them. But what happens here is that they don't understand the business model and the intricacies of this business model and working with leaders. When you got people popping, they want your attention. They're like, Rob, I'm really rocking this thing. And now I've got, 300 people local and they're all wanting a local meeting. I don't have a clue how to do this. Rob, I need your help. Guys, I got to work with them. I can't say, no, I'm sorry. I got to work with the second third, who's only doing 300 PV a month. No, but the people doing 300 PV a month will get mad because I'm spending so much time with the people that are doing 10,000 PV a month. Duh. Okay. So yeah, you're going to have some negative nannies and you're going to have some people going to say, well, they don't try and help us. They were just helping the big shots. You're just going to have to work through that, guys. It's part of the business. What was you going to say, Miss Marie?
Well, I was going to say that concept that you mentioned, that idea of the more people you help to get what they want, the more likely you are to get what you want. That's like I want to say it was a Zig Ziglar quote, might have been Jim Rohn, I'm not sure which, but I don't know any other place where it applies more so than in the network marketing industry. Because why do people come into this business? They're looking for one of three things, right? They're looking for more income, more time freedom, or to level up their lifestyle. And you are helping them achieve that, meaning achieving that level of success in their network marketing business because they are within your organization. They are actually going to help push your success up another level as well.
That's right.
So nowhere does it apply more than in the network marketing industry. But honestly, you can apply it to all aspects of your life. The more you help other people get what they want, the more likely you are to get what you want.
There's no doubt.
Definitely a good basis to work from.
That's right. That's the way the good Lord has set life up, Miss Marie. You give out good, you're going to get good in return. There's no doubt about it. It's something that, comes natural. And I think most of us already know that. Wouldn't you agree, Miss Marie?
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, I was just looking at the schedule because I'm like, I think we're going to be talking about this more this week. I think we've got on the schedule for Wednesday that topic we're calling "Think and Grow Rich."
Yep.
Which, of course, is the title of that Napoleon Hill book. But there's a little bit more around that concept and this idea of helping others get what they want to get what you want.
Yep.
Plays into that as well. So actually, we'll be going into that in more detail on Wednesday. So be sure to join us for that. I'm excited about that one. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we do a lot of things that I really enjoy. We really do. We Miss Marie, we cover some really interesting subjects. And I'll be honest with you, I actually look forward to them. Does that make sense?
Well, I would hope so.
Well, I mean, everybody has a down day. Everybody has a subject they like better than other subjects. And but you know what? I really do look forward to our episodes because I really, number one, I love this industry. Number two, I find it so fascinating because there's so many intricacies in this. Of course, all the intricacies doesn't necessarily make this business go, but they certainly make it easier and more profitable. Right, Ms. Marie? Because the 5 simple steps is what makes it go.
It helps when you understand the ins and the outs. And that's why we're always here. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly in the industry, because it all actually is part of your business. If you're going to be serious about building a business, you want to be successful. That's what we're here to help you do.
That's right.
So was there anything else you wanted to say to wrap up?
I do want to show them real quick this, though.
Oh, you found the dictionary.
I did. I was looking and searching while we were talking, and I found it. There's the dictionary, guys. It's one of our free products. I'll put it up tomorrow. I'll put the link up tomorrow, and you guys can go there and get it. And we'll come up with some new free gifts on our main page here very shortly. This will be part of that. But the value of having that dictionary is exactly what Miss Marie just said. Look, there's a lot of terms out there, and some of them will totally throw you for a loop. There's a lot of, just like any industry, there's lingo out there that have double meanings sometimes. And if you really didn't know in the context in which that word was used, it could mean something totally different. And network marketing certainly has its parts in that. So the power of the dictionary, there's nobody else has a dictionary out there. There's no dictionary. It's set up in alphabetical order, just like a regular dictionary. It is free. It's our gift to you, and it's a great reference material. So I just wanted to put that up there, Miss Marie, before we talked about this, which is, guys, if you will, please go to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and other social media platforms. Please, if you're at the YouTube channel, hit the notification bar or bell. You got to do that twice. That way, when we go live and we put some content up, you guys will be notified. And also, if you will, share our YouTube channel and our Facebook page when you're there. Share it with our fellow network marketers across the globe. We appreciate it in advance when you do that. And I know that we've been getting more subscribers there, Miss Marie. We're off to a good start this year. And if you will, please give us a thumbs up. A lot of people on YouTube, and we're actually on Facebook too. They give us that validation, Miss Marie, that third-party validation. They do that by giving us a thumbs up and a like and all that, and we're really appreciative of that. We do notice that, and I can't tell you how it makes us smile when you guys do that. And during the live show, we get them as well, and that gives us instantaneous feedback, letting us know that we're helping you guys out and you like the content. That is powerful. If you want to contact us, please, as always, TheMLM-solution.net/survey. That is TheMLM-solution.net/survey. It says survey, but that is a multi-purpose form. There's nothing, you can use that form for many things. Contacting us, hey, I got a problem. Hey, this is how I feel about this. Hey, will you clarify this point? Whatever the case may be, that form will do it for you. Okay, so with that being said, Miss Marie, tomorrow's episode is going to include building big while remaining humble. I'm going to tell you something, guys. If you remain humble, you'll be amazed. Once again, it's one of those little hidden gems that Miss Marie and I constantly bring up for you guys, because what we want you to do is be a well-rounded professional business builder. Guys, if you will take some of this stuff to heart, because look, if you just master the 5 simple steps, you're on your way. You might even be able to be a ding dong and use the 5 simple steps and build a successful business. But if you want to be a top-notch, top-tier 1 or 2%er, guys, being humble is another one of those little gems that most people don't even think about or address as a topic matter. Why? Why being humble? I'm going to say this and we're going to get off here. Look, people like hanging around other people that are nice, that are even-keeled, that are not emotional, they're all over the place. Also, if you're humble about what your accomplishments and you let your accomplishments speak for themselves, you will attract high-quality people like yourself. People that say, this is such a nice environment. I do not want to give this up. Guys, it helps retention. It helps solidify the relationships you have with your people. There's so many positives come out of being humble. Just like today's subject, the third-party validation, it's almost hand in hand. Once again, Miss Marie has done a wonderful job in bringing the subject matters together for this week. And when you get third-party validation, it's almost hand in hand with being humble. Because Miss Marie, if you're great at teaching other people how to make this business go, keep them accountable and let them run with it, and you remain humble and in the background and not draw attention to yourself, that can be huge, because the other people are saying, you know what, she is the consummate professional. She is always even keeled. She's always nice. She's always there when I need her. She always is humble. She will not accept any kind of salutations or anything, right?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to talking more about that tomorrow. It's going to be a good one.
It is going to be a good one. But I just wanted to set it up for tomorrow, the importance of it and how it can affect your business. And guys, you certainly want to make sure you understand that and use it. And a lot of times you got to bite your tongue. That's hard for me to do. I got scars all over my tongue. Don't say that, Rob. Don't say that. And I just tell myself, humble, 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 humble. And it reminds me of when I played football. Huddle, huddle, huddle. Remember those days when they used to huddle?
Yeah.
That's a foreign concept nowadays. All right, guys, we're going to hop off of here. God bless. Take care. Remember, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, we will be here. Once again, please help us get the word out to our fellow network marketers all across the globe by utilizing hashtag TheMLM-Solution. All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, TheMLM-Solution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.